In this chapter, we discuss about pointers. Okay. First, let me write memory layout, how it looks, and how pointer will be useful, and how we can use pointers to reference the variables. Okay. This is the memory segment. So memory normally start with 0. This is a 1, 2, something like this. This is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 address. Then this comes the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So normally this points to this memory, like this points to this points to this. Okay, like this. Say for example, when you initialize an integer a is equal to 10. Okay. Then we initialize one pointer. So to initialize a pointer, we need star. Star is a pointer operator. This is called pointer operator. So star P means pointer. You can use any name. Here, just for the reference, I use P. Star P is equal to ampersand A. So what happens here? So first it assigns, when you say integer A is equal to 10, then it assigns the free memory. In this example, we take 0 as a free memory. Is not assigned to any variable. So first, A is assigned to 0, and 0th location will be used for a variable. That means now A is pointing to, A is referencing 0. This is the address. We call it address here, ADD, and that means, and A is this address is 0, and the value we stored is 10. This is a value. We call it value, that is 10. So when you want to get the value in C, okay, you want to now use a value A, then you can use A here, then you will get the value. Now you want to get the address. Address means ampersand of A. This ampersand is address operator. Address operator. When you say ampersand A, you will get the address of A. Address of A. In this case, so here the value is 10. The address of A, that is 0. So now you know that when you say integer A will have two information. One is value and one other is address. So in this case, address is 0. The value is 10. The 10 is stored at 0. Now you have a int star P is equal to ampersand A. Now you need a pointer to reference the A. So that means you can reference A with a value directly with A and ampersand A, that means address of A. With 10 also, you can reference directly the value If you want to reference using pointer, you need to reference 0, that is ampersand A. Here in this line, you can see the address of A is assigned to the pointer. That means now star P, now P is assigned with 0. When you say P, so this is the address. Now P is the address. Now when you say star P, that means content of P. The pointer operator, when you use pointer operator star, asterisk is asterisk P is, that means content of P. So content of P is 10. When you use star P is content of P is, that is, this is the content, the 10 is the content, and 0 is the address of A. Now when you say int P, say for example, in this case int A is equal to 10. A is assigned with 0, but it assigned 4 bytes for this. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes. This 4 bytes is assigned to A. And when you say address is 0. Now, when you, this is for the first line. The second line, star P, the P also assigned with 4 bytes. This 4 bytes. But here in this 4 bytes, you will save the address of A, 0. When you say star P is equal to ampersand A, that means address of A. Address of A is 0. 0 is assigned to, 0 is saved in the pointer location. The pointer is assigned with 5. That means address of P is 5. So where at P, the address of A will be stored. That means 0 will be stored at P. Now, if you want to address, if you want to use the address stored in P, then it will P, when you reference with the P, it gives the address of A. When you use with star P, that means content of P, you will get 10. So this is the basic a pointer, how pointer can be used using, see here, when you use just A, okay, let me erase and write it properly for you. In this total 4 different combination possible. Int A is equal to 10, int star P is equal to ampersand A. So that means you can use A and ampersand A. That means A means you can access 10. That means the A is value, or ampersand A, that means address of A, that is 0 here. That means address of A. Okay. Then we will have P and star P. So P means it will give the, again, address of A. Here you get 0 here. Star P means again the content of P. Content of P. That means you will get 10. Content of P is 10. So you can see here these two are one, same. You are trying to reference the same value. This is direct reference using a variable, and this is using the pointer. Indirect method. You can call indirect method. Using a pointer, you can reference the same value of A. And these two are same. These two are pointing to address of A. And here also you can see just P means address of A, ampersand A means address of A. So these two are same and these two are same. And these two lines are required. First, to declare a variable, this is like declare a variable. This is like declare pointer. This is a declare pointer and assign the address of A, ampersand A. That means address of A is assigned to pointer P and value 10 is assigned to A. So this is the basic information how we can declare and use pointer and a variable, how we can point okay. You can see in this example we have a my roll is equal to 35. That means if you print percentage high of the my roll, so my roll will print the value of an variable my roll. In this case, in the output you can see it printed 35. And next you try to use format specifier P, percentage P, that means pointer, ampersand of my roll. Ampersand means address of my roll. Address of my roll is, this is the address. This address is specific to your the memory that you are using. Here in this case, the laptop assigned for the my roll, it printed here. In this case is 7FFFF E8B F0 5EC. This is the hexadecimal address. You can see 0x. 0x means hexadecimal. Hexadecimal address is used for the my roll. This is how the my roll value 35 will be stored, and 35 is stored in the at the address specified by my roll here. So you can have you can use my roll and ampersand of my roll. So this is a one more example where you can see the my roll is assigned with the value 35, and we are declared pointer, and you can observe here the star is in the original example I mentioned star pointer, but here star space pointer, both are same. Star int space star pointer, int star space pointer, both declaration having the same meaning. Okay, here in this case the pointer is assigned with address of my roll. Okay, now I am trying to print all the different variables we discussed in the last example. My roll is printed with the value 35, ampersand my roll printing the address of my roll. In this case 7FFEB 630-1D54. Okay, then I am trying to print the pointer using a pointer, address of my roll, again the same. And in the last output I am trying to print star PTR, that means star means content of PTR is 35 again. Okay, this is all different 4 combination that available with pointer and variable. Okay, next example you can see the array and declaring the pointer for the array here. So my array is declared with 4 elements 10, 20, 30, 40. Then I am declaring a j. So in this example I am having the loop for the 4 variable 0 to 3. That means 0 to 3 here. I am trying to print all the array elements using a for loop here. So you can see the my array of j. We try to pass all the 4 variables here and printing 10, 20, 30, 40 in the output. You can see all the 4 variables for output here and printing. So this is the one method to print all the array variable. The second method is looping again with the 4 variables and trying to print address of my array of j. Address of my array of j. At the line number 34, you can see I'm trying to print address of my array of for all the index 0 to 3. So this is the addresses printed for assigned for my array. You can see the address is jumped each address having the difference of 4 bytes. That means 4 byte is assigned for each address here, because address always having the 4 byte information depending on the memory length. So in this case the 4 byte is difference of 4 bytes. So 80, 84 or B0, B4, B8 and BC. That means the difference between each memory is 4 bytes. So that means my array is allocated with 4 byte address, and the memory for my array integer is 4 bytes. So first address is B0, end with B0. The next address is B4. At B0 10 will be stored, at B4 20 will be stored, and B8 element 30 will be stored, and at the BC 40 will be stored. And you can see here is the size of the my array. That means total 16 bytes allocated for the my array. That's why size of my array will give you 16 bytes. Okay. This is the one more example, more elaborated. So where I stored my array of 4 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40 will be stored. Then at the print, you can see the first printf. I am trying to print the my array. That means in the output you can see the my array is printing the address. That means by default the array will give you the address, not like a normal variable. Normal variable normally it gives the value, but in this case the my array will always having the address of first element. So that's why my array is printing the first element address. So next one is at my array of 0. That means the again here address of first element. That's why in the second output also you can see the address of first element will be printed. So next is content of my array. The content of my array is 10. That's why it's printing 10 here. So this is very important actually. The printf star my array plus 1. That means the first element plus 1 means, so my array, the address of my array will be added with the first. So plus 1 means, so one element will be added to the my array. That means my array plus 1 will be pointing to 20 now. My array is 0th element, plus 1 means the first element. So that means index number 1. Index number 0 is 10. Now index number 2, index number 1 means this is the index number 1. That means my array is 0th address plus 1. That means my array plus 1 is pointing to 20. That's why you can see in the output it printed 20 here. Next, my array plus 2. That means the element number 3. So that's why it's printing 30 here. Now you can see the loop. I am using a loop for 0 to 4 and trying to print all the elements using the pointer. The my array is assigned to the pointer. Okay, using a pointer, plus I means I is 0 to 3. So pointer 0 will be printing the first element. Pointer plus 1 will be printing second element. Star of pointer plus 2 means element number 3. Star of pointer plus 3 means element number 4. 40 will be printed. So in the output you can see after the loop 10, 20, 30, 40 is printed. Okay. Now edit using pointer. So like we assigned here, and using the pointer we can print elements like that. Using now my array is assigned to the pointer. Using pointer, you can see here edit using the pointer. So my array is equal to 13. So originally the my array is having the value 10, now assigned with 13, and my array plus 1, that means second element assigned with 17. And we are trying to print my array first element and my array second element. So now is printing with the new values, element with the new value the 13 and the 17 is printed in the output. Okay, in this example, so we are completely using the pointer to print. So here you can see my array is declared, and my array is now the address of my array is stored in the pointer p. So star p plus 0, star p plus 1, star p plus 2, that means is pointing to 10, 20, 30. Based on this index 0, 1, 2, the pointer will be changed. And there is one more increment decrement operator also we can use to increment and decrement the elements using address. So this is the star p. So p plus plus, p minus minus. So p plus is equal to 2. Based on this, so my number is pointing to different element here. You can see here. So first the p is pointing to 10. So 10 is printed. P plus plus means is incremented to next element. Next element is 20. So 20 is printed. So you can see in the output. Then p minus minus, that means it's moving back to the previous element. Again the element 10 is printed, the first element. P plus 2 means is pointing to now element 30, and index number 3 now is pointing to. And here we assigned my array the first element to the start and last element to the end. And you can do the arithmetic of pointer also. When you do end minus start, so it will give the different of elements between them. So end minus start means the last element address minus first element address. It gives the number of elements between them. You can see in the output. And now so for each element, when you do index plus 1, it actually incrementing, the pointer is pointing to so in this case the first pi is pointer to integer and next is pointer to character. So pointer to integer is incremented with 4 bytes because integer is 4 bytes, that's why it's incremented with 4 bytes. But pointer to character is just it incremented with 1 bytes because pointer to character, the variable of character needs only one byte, that's why it's incremented with 1 pointer. And we assigned my array to the pointer p, and we printed all the elements p using the for loop here. And we can point to the next element just by incrementing the pointer p plus plus. P plus plus will increment to the next element and it prints all the elements. You can see in the output it printing 10, 20, 30, 40 because my array is printed using the pointer. Okay, so this is a like uh, in the pointer, this is, you can see here, we here I am trying to give example for the double pointer. First, my num is declared normal variable. Then star pointer is address of my num. So my number address is stored at the pointer. Then pptr, that means pointer to the pointer. pptr is assigned with address of pointer. So star star pptr is called double pointer because it's pointing to the pointer. That pointer is pointing to the variable. So it gives some confusion here when I say pointer to the pointer. So once you get into the implementation, so when you practice, you will find the actual meaning, and um, double pointer will become uh, more easy to understand when you practice more. So here you can see my num will be printed directly with the variable my num. Then pointer is printed with the star ptr. I mean the content of the variable. The content is 10. Content is can be printed with my num also. Star ptr also content of ptr. That means 10 again. Star star ptr also content of content ptr pptr. That means pointer is pointing to pointer. Then pointer is pointing to my num. So that's why it's printed again the 10. So you can access my num using my num or star ptr or star star pptr. And you can change the value with a double pointer here. So now instead of 10 we return by 20, and you can see the my num can be printed, and it's now is printing 20. So this is the pointer to pointer. So we can use any number of like here I use double pointer. Like you can have a triple pointer, uh, any number of pointers you can use, but that will become very cumbersome. Only based on requirement you can use. So normally in the regular example the single pointer is enough, but this example I given just for the notification. Normally we don't use pointer to pointer. That will be very confusing. So single pointer is enough. Okay, thank you.